announced yesterday a £2 billion Green Home Grant to provide home efficiency upgrades for hundreds of thousands of homes to create tens of thousands in jobs up and down this country, where households can not only save money on their electricity bills and save carbon, but also create good local jobs in the process.
Laura Fyers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. From a health perspective, COVID-19 disproportionately affected the old. But from an economic perspective, the risks are greatest for the young, both in lost employment opportunities and potentially a future higher tax burden. What reassurances can my right honourable friend give that the economic prospects of young people will be his priority in the future recovery?
My honourable friend is absolutely right. Young people are more likely than not to work in affected sectors. They are more likely than others to be furloughed, and we know from all the evidence that the impact of scarring on young people is very significant, and which is why they remain uppermost in my mind, and I can give her that reassurance that they will be prioritised as we think about our recovery and our labour market interventions.
We're returning to visit Margaret Furrier again. Margaret Furrier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The TB in Cambuslang in my constituency responsibly took out business interruption insurance, including notifiable diseases cover. The one time that they've had to claim is during the coronavirus pandemic, but they've been refused because COVID-19 is not on this list of notifiable diseases. Many other businesses have found themselves in the same position and understandably feel frustrated that insurers have not helped them in their time of need. What discussions are the Treasury having with the FCA to remedy this situation?
Minister.
Well, I thank the Honourable Lady for her question, and as she will know, the Treasury is in constant communication with the FCA on these and other issues. If she would like to bring the specific details to my attention, I'll make sure that they are examined by ministers.
Douglas Ross.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Our coach industry is going to be vital as the country opens up and we begin our recovery from COVID-19. Local Murray firm Mainza Bucky and owner Kevin Main have been leading calls for a bespoke deal to support the coach industry. Is this something the Treasury will look at and consider?
Well, I'm sure he understands that, of course, the desire for bespoke deals across every sector is extremely great. Our view has been that actually what's required is to lift all boats by a general support for the economy, and that is the approach we've taken, and that is why the interventions that we've made so far include almost £300 billion of guarantees, roughly 15% of UK GDP.
Tim Farron.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On Saturday, we proudly reopened hospitality and tourism safely in Cumbria, which is our largest employer. But 69% of hospitality industry businesses will not be able to fully reopen, and having lost most of the season, the industry will see hundreds of successful businesses fail and tens of thousands of jobs lost unless the Chancellor agrees to a package of grant and wage support in the budget statement tomorrow. Will he do that?
Minister.
Well, as he'll be aware, there's an enormous amount of support already in the system. I'm delighted that shops and other organisations are opening up in his constituency. We look to see more of that over time as this support feeds through into the system.
Heading to Hurlow with Robert Halfon. Robert Halfon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does my right honourable friend agree that beauty salons, tanning salons and nail bars such as Salon 112 and Shui Tanning and Beauty, based in my constituency of Harlow, are important small businesses and often the lifeblood of our local economy? They should be supported, allowed to open and not denigrated. Will he ensure that when he cuts taxes, businesses like these will be a top priority given the struggles they have had to face?
Minister.
Well, no one who knows my beautiful friend would be surprised that he knows these beauty salons as well as he does, and I salute him for it. On the serious point, he's absolutely right about the importance of these businesses to all of our constituencies. He's also, he didn't mention it, but he also should mention that many of these are run and staffed by women, and it's very important that we should pay attention to the equalities impact of that. The key thing is that we get these businesses open, and that is what the Treasury is focused on, including beauty salons.